So I'm out here in the shop and I'm brainstorming how to put duals back on the back of the mower. Last time we used all thread, 2 per back tire. This time I'm thinking something maybe a little stronger, maybe something to keep it from wobbling. I've got these trailer wheels. I don't even own a 4-lug trailer anymore. So if I take this wheel, it's the same size. If we were to cut this lip off and grind it down a little bit, maybe as it's spinning, it would fit right on that lip there. Do the same thing to the other side. Run the bolts through these holes, back through those holes. We've got some good solid adapters. Only need to make 2 and I've got 4 wheels. That means we've got enough to make 2 dualies. We could even turn the John Deere into a dually. Let me know what you think about that. I'm planning right now to put I've got the big tires on the back, put the other ones on the front. But if you would prefer a dually John Deere, you can leave me a comment. Right now we're about to get started grinding on these wheels. If you're saying, no, don't mess up those good wheels. If you look at this one, rusted all around the valve stem. That's not a good wheel. I'll probably use this one for sure. And maybe this rusty one. It's rusty around the valve stem. This is actually a good wheel. Those 2 we might save. And if you're wondering, hey, what would the John Deere look like with duals? It'd look kind of like this, but the spacers, the tires would be about 3 inches apart. So it'd look like this, but wider. Let me know what you think. So I've got the grinder out, I've got the new cutting wheel, and it kind of matches the wheels for the dually. I had to give the tire machine a little bit of a lift kit. Let's see if it works. It'll take a miracle. Here's your miracle. Dually update time. The wheels have been detired. There's one. It's going to clean up nice. And here's the other one. They're going to clean up nice. Here are our 2 lovely wheels about to be adapters. And I guess if you wanted some really wide adapters, you could use the old golf cart wheels, but that would require longer all thread. Okay, I've got my rusty wheel. It's about to become an adapter. Got my grinder with new blade, earplugs, safety glasses, plywood table. I'm going to start cutting, and I'm going to cut this lip off. Once the lip's off, we'll grind it down smooth, turn it over, fit it into the wheel, and then do the other side. This job reminds me of making the steel wheel grill. I'll leave you a card for that. Check it out if you've not seen it. So now with that lip cut off, here's the lip. I'm going to do a little more grinding. We're pretty much there. So this wheel, I took the grinding wheel and I polished up the edge a little bit. And now it fits down inside of the wheel. I guess we'll call this the adapter. The adapter now fits down inside the wheel, sits flat. Once we do the other side, we'll be halfway done. So on wheel number 2, the lip has been cut off. And now we'll take the grinding wheel, smooth everything up. So apparently the dune buggy's mad and he wants to see the sunlight. So we're going to pull him out, let him get a little bit of a tan. think it may have been in gear. Yeah, it was in gear. Now, last night I said I didn't have a 4-lug trailer anymore. That was a lie. This boat trailer is a 4-lug trailer. And we're about to use it. I found on the side of the road impact wrench. There's a little bit of problem with the pull-on wheel. It's got a little bit of lip that curls in, so I had to grind the wheel down a little bit more, and we are just now test fitting. It has to be ground down even more. Test fit time again. We are in. Enough grinding, good to go. I might take it to the concrete floor in the garage and polish it up a little bit that way, get some of the edges off of it. It is tire removal time, and I didn't let the air of the tire. Let's see what happens. Yeah, that was easy. Tire's ready to roll. I get my tire spray. It not only shines tires, it makes them slick. In this case, slick is good. We are almost done. Get my screwdriver one bite at a time. Halfway there, then I flip it over. This one didn't have tire sealer in it, but we're going to deal with a little bit of rust. A little more tire slickum. And same concept as before, one little bite at a time. Hold that one on my knee. And we could probably pull it out right there. Done. Now to put the ag tires on. But first, I'm going to clean up the wheel. Do a little weight comparison. Light, probably twice as heavy. Heavy equals traction. Okay, the question of the day, with the all thread, would it reach with the adapters? If you look behind this wheel, there is a nut on that all thread. And if you look on this side, both nuts are on, both all threads are in. It's going to be a little bit of a pain to do, but the all thread is long enough. They're not tight, they're just in place. And then here's what the profile looks like. This will be tire, and that'll be your adapter. I'm going to paint both of these flat black. We'll get the tire on, we'll bolt them on. Then we got to do the other side. It's getting close, I can feel it. Now if you are thinking about replicating these duals the way I did it, my wheels are stock wheels, 7 inches wide. Those are 7 inches wide. The trailer wheel, 3.5 inches wide once you cut the lips off of it. Before the lips were cut off, it was 4.5 inches wide. Now the one thing I would change, I found these stainless steel all thread on the side of the road. They're in a bucket. They are 12 inches. I would prefer them to be 13, 14, maybe 15 inches. 15 would be ideal. If you want to do this, go for it. Make sure you send me some pictures. Facebook, chat channel. Now I'm going to take this guy apart, clean up the wheels, slap some paint on. You just missed it, but I took the bare metal and I covered it up with some primer. And then as soon as that dries, I got the $1 a can flat black. Sprayer's kind of stopped up. Hang on. So here is the wheel straight in from the paint shop. Looks better than new. And I'm going to put it on our new tire changer device. I'm using one of the studs from one of the back dualies. I'm going to use a washer, a socket, and a small washer. Here's the nut. And once we tighten it all up, the wheel won't be sliding all around on the garage floor. Halfway there. So I've not said it in this video, but this is a 1210 by 8, and that's what the yellow side looks like. The flat black, it wouldn't have been bad to have flat black on there. I kind of like that too. But we're going to stick with the yellow for now. So we're going to put this here, bring the bolts in from the outside, through the hole, the lug holes in the wheel. That's the plan. I've got my bolt holes here straight up and down. That way I can do these straight up and down. Okay, one stud is in. There's a nut on both sides, and you just came right in time. The bottom stud is coming through. We'll hurry up, stick a nut on there, tighten them both up, go for a test drive. It is time to tell me what you think. Singles or duals? It is right now time to start on the second adapter. And if you're wondering about the blade, we used it about half up. It needs to be ground down a little bit more on one side. As for the cutting wheel, still a little life left in it. This one goes on the left-hand side, so the tread will have to go this way. So once you get the mower up on the trailer, it pretty much hogs up the whole width. The trailer is 6'7" wide. The mower is about 58 inches wide. We'll have to do single file, put this on, then put the John Deere on, and maybe the Motomo can squeeze in. And so the next thing you should see on this project would be fixing the valve stems on the 2 inner tires and locking the rear end. And maybe a lift kit. And exhaust. I better stop, the list keeps going on and on. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.